everybody? Hey, it's Coach Rob again here from Performance Sports Academy, here to talk to you about keys to athletic optimization. Today I'm going to talk to you about a few things that's going to help your athlete, all right, or you as the athlete, optimize your athletic performance. All right, first one we're going to talk about is a dynamic warm-up. All right, the dynamic warm-up is before we start any session, whether it be a game, training session, any type of workout, we want to do a dynamic warm-up. As athletes, we never want to stretch cold muscles. My athletes that hear me say this a lot, never stretch cold muscles, all right? One of the things that I do is I teach my athletes, and one of the things you want to do as an athlete, you want to learn the dynamic warm-up yourself, all right? You want to learn how to do your dynamic warm-up. You may be playing on a club team and your coach is not, doing a dynamic warm-up. They're still doing the static stretches before you play or whatever. All right. But you need to understand as an athlete and as parents of athletes that our athlete needs to be doing a dynamic warm-up. All right. If you got questions about dynamic warm-up, what that is, y'all can hit me up later, or I'll do another video and we'll go directly into what a dynamic warm-up looks like. But one of the things is I want everybody to take with them is that you do not want to stretch cold muscles. Everything we do within our dynamic warm-up, it should be about warming up the muscles, and we strengthen it. Once the muscles are warmed up, now we can do strengthening and lengthening, and which is going to help us with our injury prevention. All right. Next thing we're going to talk about is the mobility and static stretches. All right. So mobility and static stretches is what we do after that we've trained. Body's warmed up, we've done our workout, and now we're done. All right. That's the time when we want to stretch the muscles. That's when we can do the old calf stretch, the old hamstring stretch. We can do those things. We can do that hurdler stretch, and then we'll do those things after, because that's the best time to, strengthen and lengthen, the muscles after we're done. All right. Mobility stretch. All right. Every program, like if you're lifting weights and you're an explosive athlete, like most of our track and my football athletes, then you need to be doing a mobility workout. All right. You should be doing a mobility program. All right. Making sure that your hip mobility is there. It's going to help you lift. It's going to help you lift better. It's going to help you, it's going to help you with injury prevention, all those things. That's what you want to make sure to do. So you want to make sure that you got after the fact, like I said, once you want to make sure that you're doing a static stretching and mobility program after we get done with our performance. All right. One of the next thing I'm talking about, and probably go a little bit more in depth with, is nutrition. All right. It's summertime and I got a lot of athletes right now, as gyms opening back up and, starting to train and things. This is one of the most key parts to athletic optimization is your nutrition. All right. Nutrition. I'm going to be honest with you. High school athletes, what you want to be doing, you want to be eating. You got to eat. Too many times I see athletes nowadays coming in and they're just, they haven't eaten breakfast. Many athletes don't want to eat breakfast. Breakfast is the most important day. We've been hearing that all our lives. That's the cliche that follows us all the time. But yes, we want to eat. Not a bowl of cereals. We prefer eggs, bacon, something that's going to stick to your stomach. We want to eat before we go and work out. All right. Now, once you got your diet down and you're eating on a regular basis, we eating our 3-4 times a day. Next thing is multivitamin. I recommend that every athlete take a daily multivitamin. Now I'm gonna tell you, there's some expensive vitamins out there that cost like $50 a bottle and stuff like that. Not a big fan of it. All right, you don't have to spend that much money on a bottle of vitamins. A regular 10 to 12 bottle of vitamins that you can get from any pharmacy, all right, is great. All right, but if you want to go on one of these nutrition websites and get one a little bit more expensive, that's your own personal one. But you can get exactly what you need as far as vitamin optimization, from your local pharmacy. All right. The next thing is protein. All right, protein. This is definitely for if I'm lifting heavy weights and I'm in a true strength and conditioning program, I want to be taking in protein. All right, protein optimization is that my diet, first of all, my diet should be high in protein and low in fat, because what we're trying to do is build muscle. We want to build lean quality muscle, and the more protein that we take in, the more that our body is going to be able to recover faster from these hard, intense workouts that we're putting ourselves through. All right, the less protein you're taking in and you're putting yourself, like some of your athletes that's probably watching this, they're going to be like, man, you ever felt when you've been depleted, all right, after a workout, and the next day you just feel like, you don't want to move, you can't do nothing, all right? The high protein diet is going to help you recover so that the next day that you can come back, all right, and you can come back in 24 hours and be ready to work again, all right? Next thing is creatine, all right? Creatine is one, especially for, like I say, especially for my explosive athletes. I'm going to recommend that you do a creatine supplementation. All right, you take in the creatine. All right, so we'll do more videos, and if you want, y'all give me a call or put down the description and whatnot, and I can go in detail of how much creatine you should be taking, when you should be taking the creatine. Like I said, 'cause that's a whole nother topic within itself. All right, but creatine is another one. You want to be taking in creatine. Creatine is going to help you with your stamina. It's going to help you with your burst. It's going to help you build up. All right. It's going to help you build your body up and to sustain your gains over a long time. All right. We, as athletes, we put our bodies through a lot of, torture. We do. All right. In order to get better, you have to put your body through that. And the protein, the vitamins, and the creatine is going to help you, all right, recover that much faster. All right. Last thing I'm going to say is this about hydration. All right. If you are an athlete, you want to have a water jug, whether it's one of these big Yetis or you just got a water jug that you get from the store, whatever the case, you should be walking around, especially during the summer months. You should be constantly hydrating. And if you're supplementing with these supplements, like I'm telling you, what you want to do is you want to get that water in you. You got to be drinking water constantly. All right. And I recommend one Gatorade, one Powerade, sports energy supplement like that. But water has to be our best friend. Water is what's going to go into those muscles, and that's what's going to help you, all right, perform. All right. An athlete that's dehydrated is not going to perform at their highest. They're not going to be able to optimize their performance. If you're dehydrated, you must be drinking water at all times. All right. You got to be drinking water during your workout, before you work out, before you go to bed. You just got to be drinking water all the time. Water has to be your best friend. Okay. Last thing I'm going to say before we shut it down here is sleep. It is summertime. We're in the midst of the COVID-19, and a lot of you athletes out here, even some of my college athletes, are staying up, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, video games, doing all kinds of other stuff, and you're not getting the proper amount of sleep. All right. You must sleep. You must sleep to grow. You must eat to grow, and you must sleep to grow. As an athlete, you must sleep. You got to be sleeping. All right. Naps are your friend. All right. So you should be sleeping, 6, 7, 8 hours a night. All right. 6, 7, 8 hours a night. You should be sleeping. You got to sleep. All right. Then what we want to do is we want to take naps. We need to be on a regular sleep pattern. All right. The athlete that sleeps the best and that's hydrated, 9 times out of 10, they're going to perform the best. I'm telling you, this athlete is going to perform the best. You got to sleep. All right. You got to drink water. Those are 2 things that I notice that many of our athletes don't want to do, because we got so much energy and we want to be, on Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok and everything else. But we must sleep. All right. Other than that, look, guys, that's all I got. I just wanted to put those little tidbits out. I'll go more in depth in each one of these subjects breaking down the videos as we go along through the summertime. If anybody got any comments, questions, concerns, hit me up. Put it down in the description below. You can message the Instagram page, message me on the Facebook, shoot me a text, come by the facility, and just let me know what you think. All right. Appreciate it.